Live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
Hello, everyone. This is Fox 12 Now. Thank you for joining us. I'm Greg Nibbler. We appreciate it. We're live streaming here at the Fox 12 Oregon newsroom, as we do every weekday starting around 1 o'clock and going throughout the afternoon, having a lot of different kinds of discussions here on this show. We're going to be talking about downtown Portland here, and in particular, the Crystal Hotel. They're on that triangle block, about 12th and Burnside or so, and this is a place that's been obviously around for quite a long time in Portland, but now being designated as part of the National Historic Registry, and with some specific caveats to that as well. We're going to talk all about that right now. Joining us, the General Manager, Robert Turner. Robert, thanks so much for being here. You know, I'm excited to talk about this, and I think to start off, if you wouldn't mind letting everybody know just a little bit about, you know, where the Crystal Hotel is if they're not familiar with it, but also how does a building go about getting placed onto a National Historic Registry?
Well, the Crystal Hotel was recognized as a historical LGBT location through the LGBTQ Historical Registry. We're one of 3 buildings here in Portland downtown that has been registered on the historical landmark. We have been a building that has been involved in the history of the gay community since 1911. The building has had a deep history in the community and in this area since it has been in existence here. It started out as Hotel Alma and later the Majestic Hotel in 1911. It grew up on Auto Row from 1920, from 1940s. Presumably it became a straight club for a short period for the 1940s to the 1960s, that then became the Club Baths from the 1960s to 2007, which was known as also the Silverado after that. Silverado. But we were approached by the LBGT Historical Collective, and they approached us to become part of the LGBTQ Historical Landmark here in Portland. And we were presented with a plaque. And this weekend on Sunday, we are going to celebrate that induction by having a brunch drag show on the sidewalk here outside of House Cafe, adjacent to the hotel, and a small induction ceremony presenting the plaque, along with some of the family members, the owners of the McMinimans, and some city council members and some community members also.
That's great. So, I mean, a lot happening there this weekend. I want to get into that a little bit more too here in just a second. Going to talking about what you were bringing up there, though, just this designation and just this building. You know, what does it mean? I guess what are some of the reasons, you know, that this is such a special spot and area there for, in particular, the LGBTQ community, and you know, to designate it one of the only 3 places to get that. You know, what is it about that area right there?
As I believe it was told, this has been a historical area for the community. There's several locations and bars, and this has been a long attended area for the community. There's been several different reincarnations of nightclubs and restaurants and bars to this area. It was known as the Triangle through many incarnations through the years. There's been many different representations to the gay community. We now have what we call Pride Plaza adjacent to the hotel and to Hal's Cafe, which we've been working with the city to revamp and make an open air area for people to come visit and walk through and see parts of history and enjoy an open air area to come and sit and see the historic buildings. We also have one of our local gay bars has been here for many, many years. And this has just been a local area for people to visit, been part of the community for many, many years.
So yeah, just a really a lot of different things going on right there, but all kind of coalescing right in that area, and as you mentioned, you know, the area outside of there as well. You know, looking when it comes to, I guess, the celebration this weekend, you know, can you go through that a little bit more and let us know what it is that people can expect?
So starting this weekend at 10 a.m., we are doing a tour of the property. we have our company tour guide who's going to be doing tours through the property and showing people, walking them through the history, sharing some of the artwork, showing some of the location, opening up some of the areas, walking people through, showing them some of the history. Those will start at 10 a.m. Then at 11:30, we will do an induction ceremony out front of the hotel, just adjacent to the front doors there. We'll be showing the plaque. We'll be also opening up the sidewalk and having a brunch drag show with local talent Poison Waters. Poison Waters will be performing on the sidewalk from 12:30 to 2 o'clock, doing a all ages show. It's a free performance. Come down, have some drinks, have some great brunch, and hang out on the Pride Plaza and enjoy the open air and the great weather.
Nice. Well, and I love those kinds of things too, just finding out more about the history, and this being a historic place, but also having some of that too, people to tell some of those stories. I would imagine as GM, you've probably heard a lot of stories, I'm sure, just through the years of different things there. I don't know if you have any you'd want to share with us, a favorite story, just about the history of the place or something that you heard that happened there.
Well, one of the reasons we brought Poison Waters back is because Poison Waters used to perform here with Darcel back in
Wow.
the days. So there used to be a drag performance area down in the lower area we refer to as Al's Den now, which Al's Den, they used to have drag performances down in, which Darcel and Poison Waters used to be the hosts of those shows.
Wow. So
And that's one
kind
of the reasons we brought Poison Waters back to host this during this induction ceremony.
I love that. Yeah. From probably starting out at some point or whatever that was, performing down there, to now hosting the event to do that. Well, what does it mean for you personally, just to have get this designation while you're working there?
Well, it means a lot to me because, for one, I just celebrated 15 years with my partner, and working with a company that is so acceptant of a diverse community and open to the celebration of this community, and being a part of this it just makes you very proud to be part of something like this. I work for a great company, and to be part of something like this is not only, it touches me personally, but it also makes me happy to be able to share it with my community and to invite them in to see the history of the building and see how deep the history runs with Portland, and the stories that this building could tell of the history of the Silverado, the original bathhouses here, the long-term history, and my company sharing that with the city and all the visitors.
Yeah, and it's something like you mentioned that can be shared. People can go there. I mean, this is someplace you can go physically visit and, have all that history, but still making history and having everything right there for people to come and enjoy. So that's just really, really cool. Well, anything else that you think is very, very important for people to know, about this weekend, but then just in general to come down and, step into a part of living history?
All through our buildings, we have a great history department, and they share all the history of this building, and all of our buildings have all that. But this building in particular, there's photos and images and stories that are told throughout the building that tell you the history of the building and share that great LGBT history with everyone who steps into this building, and the immense history that we have in Portland. And anything we can share is amazing with the community.
And this weekend, that's when people can come down and do that. For people who want more information about that, what's the best place for them to go?
Go to mcminimans.com. Check out our website. We will be hosting multiple different LGBT events through the year. We do community events all the time. We do have an event going on that evening at the Crystal Ballroom, which is an LGBT-driven event through the Pride Foundation. We also do host other events through the year. Any of those people that want to come down and check those out. Also, just check out our website. We always have great music and events going on at all times.
Nice, and it's a really cool looking building. If somebody's never seen it before, it's so unique.
Absolutely is.
Yeah,
I think I'm the luckiest when I have the best office. I'm up in that corner there.
Really, at the peak. Yeah. Oh man,
that is my office. I'm one of the luckiest GMs in the city, I think.
Yeah, that's pretty hard to top something like that. Well, Awesome. Well, Robert, thank you very much, for having time to talk to us too. I appreciate it. And yeah, this is just a really cool thing. And congratulations, for the designation, but just also having this there for everybody to share and be a part of the city.
Thank you.
And all that. Yeah. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for letting us share it with you.
And for everybody watching, this is Fox 12 Now. We're going to take a break. We've got plenty more coming up here throughout the afternoon. So whatever platform you're on the right platform. But I do recommend downloading the Fox 12 Oregon app. That's a great way to watch this segment live, but then also after the fact as well. So good way to do that. But thanks for joining us. I will talk to you soon. I'm Greg Nibbler. This is Fox 12 Now.